Hello everyone, this is Nancy Chopra, Assistant Professor, SD College, Ambala, Kent. Today we are going to discuss about the concept of management. As we all know, in the modern times when human needs are continuously rising, it is absolutely impossible to fulfill them single-handedly. In such a situation, the need for group activity is felt, and man cannot produce any single thing by himself alone, and there is always the necessity of a human group whose activities can be named collective effort. So here comes the concept of the management when we have to manage the group activities. So now let's start with the definition of the management. According to F.W. Taylor, management is an art of knowing what to do, when to do, and see that it is done in the best and the cheapest way. According to Harold Kuntz, management is an art of getting things done through and with the people in formally organized groups. It is an art of creating an environment in which the people can perform and individuals can cooperate towards the attainment of the group goals. Now let's discuss about the concept meaning of the management. Here comes the meaning. Management. What is management now? Management in some form or another is an integral part of the living. It means that it prevails at every aspect of the life and is also essential where human efforts are to be undertaken. Whether we are at home or whether we are outside, whether we are at school, whether we are at colleges, whether we are at our home or at our offices, we need management to achieve our desired objectives. The basic ingredient of management is that it always play a role whether we manage our lives or the businesses. Next, management. Management is considered as a process of doing things, in which the process includes planning, organizing, staffing, directing, and controlling all the human efforts, all the human resources, all the financial, physical resources and information resources of an organization, so as to reach to its goals in an efficient and in an effective manner. Next, if we go about the performance, efficiency and effectiveness, then management is concerned with productivity, which implies the efficiency and effectiveness, means productivity with whole efficiency and effectiveness. Factors of production of an organization like labor, capital, land and equipment, these are used efficiently and effectively prepared through management for achieving the organization goal. Next is the management is an act of creating and maintaining such a business environment wherein the members of the organization can work together. It means if we work together, we can succeed in a very great manner and achieve the business objectives efficiently and effectively. Good management is the backbone of the successful organizations. If we have done a good management, then our organization is definitely in a successful path. Managing the life means getting things done to achieve the life's objective, and managing an organization means getting things done with and through other people to achieve its objectives. Management is a set of principles relating to the functions of planning, organizing, directing and controlling, and the applications of these principles in harnessing the physical, financial, human and informational resources efficiently and effectively to achieve the organizational goals. Management is also considered to be essential for an organized life and necessary to run all types of organizations. Managing life means getting things done to achieve life's objective, and managing an organization means getting things done with and through other people to achieve its objectives. It means if we are going to manage an organization, then in that case we have to manage the things as well as we have to manage other people from whom we want to get our work done. So in this way we come to know about the management. Now let's go through the nature of management, through which we can understand more about the meaning of management. In nature of management, we are going to discuss about these 7 points: universal process, factor of production, goal oriented, supreme in thought and action, system of authority, profession and processes. Now let's start with the universal process. Wherever there exists human pursuits, there exists management. It means if human beings are there to whom you have to manage and you have to get work done from them, then it means there exists a management. Without effective management, the intentions of the organization cannot be accomplished, because if you have to manage the group, then in that case definitely a strong management should be there. Next is the factor of production. Equipped and experienced managers are necessary for the utilization of funds and labor. Obviously, if you are running an organization, then you are having in hand lots of factors of production, but if you have to manage them, then if you want to utilize them, then you should be a good manager. Goal oriented. The most significant aim of all the management pursuit is to achieve the purposes of a firm. The aims must be practical and reachable, so that a management or through management we can achieve them. Next is the supreme in thought and action. Managers set achievable goals that can be achieved. That means if you set so high goals that are next to impossible, then your management is definitely going to be fail. And then direct execution on all the aspects to achieve them. For this, they need complete assistance from middle and the lower degrees of management. Next is the system of authority. Well-defined principles of regulation. The regulation of proper power and efficiency at all the degrees of decision making. This is important so that each self must perform what is required from him or her and to whom he must report. Profession. Next nature is profession. Managers required to control managerial expertise and education and have to adhere to a verified law of demeanor and stay informed of their human and social responsibilities. It means if you are in this profession, then you must know how to manage the people, how to control your managerial expertise, how to control or how to use your education. It is your social responsibility, so you have to perform it very well. And it is a process that we all know. Management method incorporates a range of activities. With one decision, you are not going to relieve yourself of the responsibility. It is a process of activities. So you have to incorporate a range of activities that are directed towards an major objective. Now here comes the end of the nature of management. Now let's start with the characteristics of the management. Now we are having the first characteristics as a goal-oriented process. Management is considered as a goal-oriented process, as an essential aspect of management is to combine individual efforts and direct them towards achievement of the organizational goals. So these goals differ from organization to organizations. So a manager should possess such qualities that he or she can direct the individual efforts toward the achievement of the organizational goals. Then we have, it is all pervasive. Management is all pervasive, as we have already discussed in the beginning, that whether you are living at the home or whether you are in the meeting, you must know the qualities of a management. You must possess the qualities of a management. You must know how to manage the things around you. So management is a requirement and essential for the functioning of all the kinds of organizations, whether they are social organizations, economic or the political organizations. Without management, the processes of an organization would be unordered or would be chaotic. and further it is equally essential for the organizations all across the countries or all across the world, all across your life also. Next is it is considered to be multidimensional in three ways, like in work management, in management of people, and in management of the operations. Now let's discuss one by one. First of all, we are going to discuss about the work management. Every organization exists for completion of some work. This work varies from producing clothes in clothing sector to treating patients in hospitals. So you have to manage the work because every organization exists for the completion of some work. So management looks at this work as a goal to be achieved and works towards these goals. Next is the management of people. Management of people here defines another dimension of management is concerned with getting work done from the people and by assigning work to the worthy employees who can work effectively towards the realization of the organizational goals. And the last one is the management of operations, as in every organization aims at the completion of the work. They also have a particular product or service to provide with respect to their domain of operation. So it is the duty or characteristics of the management that you have to manage all the operations of your organization. And interestingly, this is linked with both management of work and people. It means if you want to control or manage the operations, you have to manage the working conditions, you have to manage the working sector, and as well as you have to manage the people around you from whom you want to take work. Next is it is a continuous process. As we all know that there are various functions of management. These are planning, organizing, staffing, directing, and controlling. As a matter of fact, a manager performs all these functions simultaneously. Although these functions are separate, but management is concerned with performing all these functions simultaneously all the time in a continuous process. So that's why it is considered as a continuous process, because if you go with planning and then after planning you are not going to organize it in a well mannered way, then your planning goes in vain. So it is a continuous process. After planning you have to go through organizing, then staffing, directing, controlling, and after controlling once again you have to go to the planning process. Next is the group activity. Obviously it is a group activity. Individually if you take decisions and you are going to put them on your employees, you are not going to succeed in your life. It is a group activity. You have to involve your groups also, you have to involve the workers also, you have to involve other interesting parties of the company also. An organization consists of a large number of individuals having different reasons and different purposes to join that organization. Again, these individuals differ based on their needs and behavior, because needs and behaviors of every individual who is connected to your organization is different. So it is important to realize that these diverse individuals work together towards the achievement of the organizational goals. It is a dynamic function. An organization has to adapt to the environment in order to succeed. Thus, management is dynamic in nature and adapts to the ever-changing social, economic, and the political conditions. Next one, it is an intangible force. You can't see the management, but without management you can't move even a single step. So it is an intangible, but it is a force. Management can't be touched and it isn't tangible. However, effective management can easily felt. So evidently, if there is order instead of chores within an organization, the employees are happy and the organizational goals are being organized, it can be easily said that there exists a good management. Thank you.